As I look down in lane 1, that's Carrie Grippo from Gulf High School, a really, really fine sophomore over on the west coast of Florida. Let's get a chance to see Shelby Davidson, Foot Locker finalist, state champion, also competing for Cocoa Beach. And Daisha Rogers will take the track at some point, I believe, in the girls 4x8. Matter of fact, I see her down there, the stellar 7th grader, the national phenom, who could actually make a run today in the Open 800 at the state meet record. So American Heritage out very quick, just like we expected, taking that first 200 right around 29 high.
That's Rochelle Alexander, a junior, out in front for American Heritage.
And American Heritage is just absolutely stacked with stellar athletes across the board on both the girls and the boys side. So Rachel Alexander coming through in 62 seconds.
Look for this to be a very quick race. In the lead, it's American Heritage, followed by Ransom Everglades.
Ransom Everglades currently in second, right behind American Heritage.
Third.
Top two seeds coming in.
And keeping it pretty close. If Ransom is going to have a chance to run a really fast time and get a little bit of help out on the track, they kind of need to have American Heritage in their viewfinder. At least be kind of close so that you know you're chasing someone and you're not going to end up in the dead man zone with nobody in front of you and nobody behind you. It's just going to make it a heck of a lot tougher, especially when the conditions are so terribly hot down on the track.
And Dr. Bob, that's just an 8th grader in second right now, Lauren Archer for Ransom Everglades.
You know, we get a chance to see a lot of the up-and-comers, especially in the 1A and the 2A ranks. So that was right around a 2:15 leg for American Heritage. And I think they're only going to continue to get quicker from here on out. Now they're really starting to open up. You know, that lead was only about 2 seconds, and now it's automatically grown to about 5 or 6. So it doesn't look like American Heritage is holding back at all. It looks like they're running for time, and that seems to be their motto. They tend to run really, really fast, and if they somehow just are not able to keep the pace, then that's just the way it is. It's a coaching style and a coaching philosophy that's starting to permeate throughout the American Heritage team, and it really has kind of trickled down from Daisha Rogers when she was setting national records as a 6th grader, going out as fast as she possibly could and holding on as long as she possibly could.
You know, speaking of youth, this is just an 8th grader here out in front for American Heritage, Asia Baker.
So 3:17. American Heritage with 1 lap to go on this leg of the 4x8. Ransom Everglades in second. And all of a sudden now we've got a new team up into third. 3:34 as that pack comes on through.
Turning attention towards the boys' discus. Competing in this, we've got Connor Doradas, Darian Williston, Calvin Outing, John Hughes, Salvatore Mascio, Manuel Henriquez.
Well, you get a chance to see what a race looks like when it's spread out, when there's such a real disparity between some of these teams. It's great to see American Heritage throwing down really, really fast times, and what you hope is that everybody's able to tag along and right behind them and run a really fast time, as opposed to being spread out around the track like they are right now. So it's the American Heritage show as this runner, 100 meters to go, will hand off for American Heritage. The fastest time in the nation so far, 9:04.21. Set just a short while ago by Fayetteville Manulis out of New York at the Penn Relays just a couple days ago.
Get over there. Wait, she's dying. Wait.
So Ransom Everglades will come across at 4:45.
You see Nicole Carpio, a senior, handing off for Ransom. And I think your point's kind of taken earlier. It's almost as if American Heritage isn't competing against the competition. They're competing against themselves.
They are. They're competing against themselves and obviously the clock, and trying to maybe run a really fast time, and could be a school record. I think the school record for them right around 9:13 when they ran that. We'll get a little better indication here with 1 lap to go at just how close they're going to be. But it looks really, really fast right now under some really hot conditions. Daisha Rogers will be coming up on the anchor for American Heritage.
There's a look at Amanda Vive, a junior. Maybe pronounced VV. If it is, I apologize.
So Ransom Everglades holding steady in second right now. Good battle for 3, 4, 5, and 6. I see Gulf High School squarely down in number 6 right now. Trying to move up if they can. With Bishop Kenny in third. Bishop Kenny's going to have some runners trailing behind him, trying to grab that third spot here in just a little bit. A lot of times you'll see races win the races. We've got American Heritage racing the clock. We've got Ransom Everglades trying to make sure that they can keep American Heritage in sight, and also being cognizant of the runners that are coming up behind them. But they've got a 40-meter cushion right now. And then down the backstretch, we've got 5 teams competing in this 4x8. They know how important it is to be able to move up during this last 250 meters. So Bishop Kenny holding tight right now in third. There's Ransom Everglades in second. She's probably starting to hear some footsteps, maybe getting some words of wisdom from the coaches around the track as to how much of a cushion she has. And we've got a new team now into third as American Heritage comes down the final stretch. She will hand off to Daisha Rogers, the 7th grade phenom. And Daisha will take it. We'll get a split on her at 7:02. And she is out quick.
And you're right, West Florida has moved into third place.
So Ransom Everglades in second, West Florida in third.
Ransom Everglades. West Florida tag.
The exchange is really, really important for a lot of these teams, especially when you get 4 or 5 people all doing exchanges at the same time. It can be almost like a car wreck with everybody else trying to get out of the way. So Daisha Rogers.
And your instincts when you're tired is to just slow down, instead of keep that pace going so you can have a proper handoff.
Exactly. So we're looking at the future of high school distance running. Daisha can do it all. She's 800 all the way up to the 5K. Comes around in 8:03, so we'll call it a 61-second lap.
And again, just a 7th grader. So they've a 7th grader and an 8th grader running here in the 4x800.
That would be a pretty good open 400 to be able to turn a 61. And I'm actually I like the fact that Daisha is running maybe a more even-paced 800 today. I've probably seen her go out in 60 before. If she goes out in 61, that's a 2:02. That's right there with the pros. So she's able to go out at least for that first 400 right now with the pros. And
at least for now, Bishop Kenny has moved back into third place.
And this is going to be an extremely fast time for American Heritage. Down the backstretch they go. Off the final stretch, running time, 8:59. So this is going to be possibly sub 9:10, thereabouts. Maybe just a little bit over. We'll see if they can break their 9:13 time and move up in the national standings. We'll give them 9:13 point.
9:13.53.
That will be good enough for the 8th fastest time in the nation. Ransom Everglades finishing up. They will get second. And then now we start to take a look, Mike. 9:46. Is that going to be able to score and get Lincoln Park Academy some points?
Bishop Kenny has fallen back to 4th place now.
Ransom Everglades in second. There's 3, there's 4. So Lincoln Park Academy is going to score some points. Golf will finish up right around 9:47. And we see this every once in a while, especially at the state meet. Teams are able to move up from Section 1 as they finish up and score some points in the girls 4x8. So hats off to Lincoln Park Academy, and we'll see if Bishop Verot and Merritt Island, if they're able to sneak on in as well.
American Heritage is posted the number 8 time in the country.
So Bishop Moore finishing 3rd, Bishop Kenny finishing 4th. You see the times there. Don't forget you can follow along at